Hi, everyone. Let's get into what procrastination really is and why it has nothing to do with laziness. If you have ever called yourself lazy, unmotivated, or someone who just can't get it together, this conversation is for you. Because procrastination is rarely about time management, it's more about emotion. Let's reframe this. Most people think procrastination is lack of discipline, lack of motivation, poor time management. But in many cases, procrastination is emotional avoidance. And we will get into the details in a little bit. So it's not avoiding the task, it's avoiding what the task makes you feel. So let me give you guys an example. Before doing this presentation, my brain was thinking of everything in the world that I needed to get done in order for me to avoid the work that I was doing because I still am getting over my comfort level with the camera. I'm still getting comfortable with the whole tech thing that comes with, creating these videos and the content. So the discomfort that comes with doing these new things and putting myself out there was what my system was avoiding. So it kept thinking of everything that I could have been able to be, that I could have done just to avoid the work that I was doing because it knew that it would bring a lot of discomfort within me. And this is what procrastination does to us. The inner critic. When you sit down to start something, a voice often shows up first. It says, maybe you're not good enough. Maybe you're going to fail. Maybe you're going to make a fool out of yourself. Maybe people are going to see you and they're going to make fun of you. And what if you end up disappointing yourself and everyone else around you? So that voice within me was very loud a couple minutes ago, but I knew that this was my inner critic and it was just trying to save me from feeling the discomfort that I knew I was going to be feeling by doing this whole thing with putting myself out there on camera, with creating all these tech savvy content creation thing, even though my videos are super simple, but still, like, because I'm not tech savvy, my system avoids it like a plague. So the nervous system responds to the safest way it knows how: delay, not because you don't care, but because you deeply care. The role of shame. This is really important, and let's spend some time on this. Underneath procrastination is often shame, the kind that whispers, you should really have this figured out. You're behind. You're not as capable as others. Shame doesn't motivate, it freezes you. It keeps you in this shrinkage state where you are not able to put yourself out there and do the things that you want to do because it makes you think of everything that could go wrong. And when shame is present, starting feels exposing. So we avoid. Gentle look at early patterns. Because we do a lot of pattern recognition work in these videos, many of us learned early on that our emotions or needs weren't always fully seen or supported. So trying something new, taking initiative, or risking failure doesn't feel neutral. It can feel unsafe, not logically, but emotionally. And over time, this can impact how much we trust ourselves. Self trust and procrastination. Because the monthly theme is dedicated to time and self trust and productivity, I want to spend some time on this. Every time we delay something important to us, we don't just lose time, we lose trust. We start to believe, I can't rely on myself. I'll never follow through. I always do this. The inner critic comes in, and the self trust starts to diminish, the self doubt increases, and here we go again. And that belief makes starting even harder next time because I made a fool out of myself. I got in my own way. How am I going to continue on with this? Procrastination becomes a loop, avoid, and then shame comes in because I should have been doing it, but I'm not doing it because maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe it's my imposter syndrome kicking in and saying, you know what, you're probably just making a fool out of yourself. You are not as good as you think you are, so why do it? And then self-doubt comes in, and then I avoid again. So it's literally a loop that people stay stuck in. So the push and pull and body, this is something that's really important. there's often a moment where part of you wants to start and a part of you wants to avoid. And that tension lives in that body. Restlessness, tightness, scrolling, fatigue, overthinking. Everything was literally happening to me before I was creating this video. There was a part of me that was like, Q, we gotta get this done. We have to put ourselves out there. And then there was a part of me that was like, Q, you are not gonna be able to look at the right camera, so why even start it? But we have to start somewhere. So here I am. It's not a motivational problem, it's the nervous system stuck between fear and desire. And why this matters. When procrastination becomes a pattern, it quietly shapes how we see ourselves. Am I truly am capable of doing this, or am I just making a fool out of myself? What am I doing here? We stop trusting our capacity. We start questioning our discipline. We feel stuck in cycles we don't fully understand. Like, what is this? Is it because I really want to do this? Is it because I'm afraid of how people are going to see me? Is it because like I don't know how to do any of these techie things? Is it because like I need to do a lot of research more? Is it because I have my background in corporate America, but I'm doing this, self-development, personal development, behavioral type work? Like, is it going to make any sense? So all these thoughts start coming in. So this isn't about becoming more productive, it's about rebuilding trust with yourself. Transition. So this month, inside my community, Inner Brilliance Collective on School, SKOOL, that is the platform that we're using. We're gently exploring the deeper patterns behind procrastination and self-trust. Not from a productivity hack lens, but from an emotional awareness lens. Because real change doesn't happen through pressure, it happens through understanding. March is dedicated to productivity, time, and self-trust. Each week, every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we explore a new topic. And this first week, we're going to be talking about procrastination patterns. Second week, we're going to get into inability to manage time well. Week third, we're going to get into sitting with discomfort in action. Week 4, we're going to turning action into alignment. These conversations happen every Monday, and recordings are available for members that cannot attend live. So the first month of the year, January, was dedicated to attachment styles. The second month that we just finished, we talked about obsessions and fantasies. And the third month is dedicated to productivity, time, and self-trust. And the month after is going to be dedicated to food empowerment and body image. So a little bit about me. I know many of you may not know me as deeply as you probably need to know in order to see if you would like to work with me or not. My name is Q. I moved to the US when I was 16. I went to Michigan State, graduated in 2014. I actually did my high school from Midland, Michigan, which is the Tri-City area, 2 hours north of Detroit. And then I went to Michigan State, 2014, graduated, got a job, moved to Chicago, worked in corporate America for about 10 years or so. And what led me here wasn't just a career change, it was my own experiencing navigating self-doubt, inner criticism, and learning how to rebuild trust with myself. I work primarily with women because so many of us carry quite pressure to perform, hold everything together, and still question our worth. Group coaching has been one of the most powerful spaces of this work because it reminds us that we're not the only ones navigating these patterns. And, sometimes we stay stuck in our perceptions, and healthy perspectives help us, shape who we are, and they see us things in a different light. And then also just knowing that there are other people that are on the same path, making connections with people that are on a similar journey. I encourage people to, get to know each other. It's also a space where we come together and we get into a lot of deep conversations about topics that many women are not comfortable discussing in other spaces. So this is truly a place to educate, inspire, and support women. And sometimes just hearing me too just changes everything. The pressure of shame kind of starts loosening up when you realize you're not the only one. And the next slide is, well, there is no next slide. So I hope that you guys will check out the link in the bio. My community is on school. We're discussing all these things. And if you want to start becoming the most unapologetically authentic versions of yourself, this may be your chance. I created this with a lot of intentionality and thought for people that don't know where to begin, because sometimes we want to work on ourselves and we don't know where to start and what to do. So this is truly a place where we walk through all these different topics and we acknowledge our areas of growth and improvement, and we work toward becoming a better version of ourselves. So I'm very excited that you guys watched this video all the way through, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for sticking around, and I will see you guys at the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.